At a positive note, I always like to start off with a positive quote, which this is one of my quotes by yours truly. And it says, doubters focus on what they are going through. Believers focus on where they are going to. Okay? So that's the positive quote for a positive note this evening. All right? And so I always like to start off with a piece, spoken word, my own, to break the ice. I think I'm going to... This one is entitled, She. She and I were one and the same. Let me put it to you like this. We both answered to the same name. If you said something to one, it was like saying it to the other. And boy, what fun things together we discovered. But if truth be told, it wasn't all fun and games. I mean, she would convince me to do things and I would later be ashamed. She was extremely insecure and had a fear of rejection. So much so that she was unable to bring it into subjection. Her fear of being rejected had her completely smothered. And the only thing that eased the pain was receiving the approval of others. So in an attempt to soothe the pain and cover the shame, she found herself caught up in the approval game. In her quest for seeking approval, she ended up becoming a fanatic. In other words, she eventually became an approval addict. She was using me as a pawn in an effort to get her fix. And I would do what she asked because it hurt too much to see her like this. This toxic cycle went on for several years. And being as close as we were, it cost me my fair share of tears. Our lives were so intertwined, I was able to feel her hurt. And me going along with the program was the only thing that worked. But I was not aware of the damage that was going on the inside. She had even fooled me and taken me along for the ride. But as the sun set and a new day arose, I had this wonderful opportunity to become exposed to a new way of life that finally opened my eyes. And to my surprise, I realized that I was assisting in her demise. To measure one's value, there is no man who qualifies. So this warped mentality had to be completely modified. With this newfound lifestyle, I have been made alive, downloading new information into my hard drive. Prior to this exposure, she was stronger than me, hands down. But once I became enlightened, I was able to stand my ground. Gradually, her influence no longer overpowered me. And with this newfound liberation, she could not compete. Now this is when things started to become major. I decided I no longer wanted to be a part of this addictive behavior. She then became strategic in her plans of persuasion because she had now been dethroned in the true and living God I was now praising. When I first became exposed to these truths, they didn't penetrate at first. It had actually appeared like things were beginning to get worse. You know the old self, it wants to put up a fight. When you've been doing wrong for so long, it's not easy doing what's right. Once we changed her focus to self-development, everyone's opinion of her became irrelevant. During the process, she began to believe that if she could put her mind to it, there was nothing she could not achieve. Finally, she became strong enough and was able to break free. And if you're wondering what happened to her, she was actually me. Thank you. Thank you. So we will carry on and continue on with the sounds of the Positive Note Band. Take it away, fellas.
We're going to start with a song that I'm sure all of you are familiar with. It's by Michael Jackson, a big inspiration of mine, and I'm sure a big inspiration of y'all's too. It's entitled Can't Help It.
stands for Naturally Beautiful and Sophisticated. She's a singer, rapper, writer, and spoken word artist from Springfield, and a published author. She's a local artist that has performed throughout the U.S. If you would like to check out her performances, please check her website at MBS Malay or look her up on YouTube and Facebook. We present to you Malay. Give her a round of applause, y'all.
Alicia Keys falling too on my list. Yeah.
Okay, so do we have something to look forward to from you?
Actually, yes. I just released a book in March. So it's my first book. It's titled I've Been Here Before. It's available on all platforms. It's available in 167 countries. It's about a girl who was murdered and reincarnated as a boy that remembers his entire past life and spends his new life seeking revenge. It's fiction. Okay, it's not true, and I don't think I'm a boy. Everybody thinks.
Well, there's no way I can mistake you as that.
Thank you. So I have part 2 coming out probably next month. So I've Been Here Before 2 should be released before the end of this year. I have a bunch of books that I'm ready to release. Also, I have my own open mics every other Monday, located on 116 School Street, Chicopee, Mass. The next one is on October 15th, so if they're every other Monday, so you can do the math from there. The next one is October 29th after that. So.
Okay, very good. Is there a website?
Absolutely, I have a website. It's nbsmalay.online. From there, you can automatically subscribe, and then I can send you any type of newsletter if I have anything coming up. And I always update everybody on my blogs, so what I have going on. Also, if you want to get in touch with me, my name is NBS Malay everywhere on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter.
Yeah. This is called Obsession. I'm Shay Nice. Hope you guys like it.
Cloud Beats.
I give so much attention, you don't pay no attention to me. You'd rather be riding with your homies than holding me, or sliding off into some peace. Should've never put my faith in you, should've never ever trusted you, boy. back down. I'm such a fool, heartbroken fool. Should've been left you, but we can wait till you down. But I couldn't leave even if I wanted to. I should've never fell in love with you. Acting out, lost friends and family. That just wasn't enough. All this love and obsession, I learned to hold on my breath, and you still don't love me like I love. I fell so in love with you. You helped me pack and now move. Lost friends and family. That just wasn't enough. All this love and obsession, I learned to hold on my breath, and you still don't love me like I love you. All right, thank you, Shay. Nice. Give her another round of applause, y'all. Woo! Go ahead, girl. She's very talented. Yes. So at this time, we're gonna have Malay come again and do another piece for us. Miss Malay, are you ready? Yes. Okay. Give her some positive no love, y'all. Woo! Yes.
I'm back. Okay, I'm gonna just do a little participation thing. Alright. If you really love somebody, I mean really, 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 really love somebody, let me hear you say yeah. Yeah. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Yeah. If you really know you need 'em, and you know deep down you're never gonna leave 'em, let me hear you say yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're doing it. I like that. That was cool. If you really love somebody, I mean really, 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 really love somebody, let me hear you say yeah. Yeah. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. If you really know you need 'em, and you know deep down you're never gonna leave 'em, let me hear you say yeah, yeah, yeah. Take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you won't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can run from myself and nowhere to hide. Won't make me lose from above. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Oh, must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I had nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you. You see through right to the heart of me. You chain down my walls with the strength of your love. I never knew love like I know it with you. Will memories survive when I can hold on to? I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go
Good evening, everybody.
We know you about to turn it out, girl.
You want to make it happen. You love me
All right now.
and special, different. Every time you keep me on my
Hello, everyone. Hey. I'm Ashton Reynolds. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's been such a pleasure to have you here. I'm going to do about 3 selections for you. I'm going to do one. It's going to be, just how to keep the groove. You know what I mean? The second one is going to be a little bit of chops and works. And then the third is going to be combined to take you somewhere.
I've been writing poetry for a while. A friend of mine made a quote on Facebook today and said, "The anointing is what makes our gifts come alive." So I have to give honor and glory to the Lord for giving me that gift, for pouring into me so that I can write it out on paper. Thank you, Lord. My main man. It will be a pleasure to finally meet him. He will greet me and I will kiss him. On his cheek, my eyes will be closed, but he will know I can still see him. My main man will be the only one who can intellectually entice me. Preparing or speaking to my mind, he will physically spice me. Take my hand, kiss my lips, grab my hips. My main man knows it's way too soon to let your backbone slip. But don't trip, because we'll get there. But first I need to know, do you really care? Are you willing to share? Can I let down my hair? Can I let down my hair and act like a clown? And know without a doubt that you will still be around? And because I am the apple of God's eye spiritually, do you read from the KJV? I hope you're not afraid to get on your knees and accept what Jesus can give to you and I, for he is our true ride or die. When God puts my main man in front of me, he will see me as that Proverbs 31 woman, and he will wife me. Until then, y'all, Jesus is all I need. So this second piece is called Where I Am From. I come from a place of solace and grace, sometimes desperate, but faith saved me. During my younger years, the name I carried was Without Fear, but then I married someone who didn't care. He didn't see me as the person I have become, and because of him, I shed many tears. Again, I found myself in that place of solace and grace. Desperate, but my faith saved me. Where I come from is where I've been. I had acquired addiction again and again. It lingered and indulged and kept me in sin. Never keeping track of the times and places, I just kept running in those same races. Here I am again in that place of solace and grace. My faith keeps me safe. The two sides of my face are the names Owens and McCrae. The latter I don't know much about to this day. To God be the glory, because the Owens name is the main story. And that name I will regain. Today I stand tall in faith and I walk in His grace. Even when I fall on my face, I'm in that place of solace and grace. My faith keeps me in place. Where I come from, I am now back again. This time I will win. Thank you.
Yeah, so King Blues, y'all, as he makes his way to the stage, show him some love. As he makes his music together and everything like that. And if they need a little time, would you like me to recite a little something while y'all get that together, or are you good?
Yeah.
So I'll just do a piece while they're getting that together. An oldie but a goodie. My girl ain't here who told me that night, she said, girl, it can be an oldie but a goodie. But sometimes I be like, oh, they done heard that child so many times. She said, girl, it can be an oldie but a goodie. I said, you know what? That's what I'm gonna start saying. Here's an oldie but a goodie. But she ain't here tonight. I wish she was here so she could see that I was using it. Right now, show some love for King Blue.
Good. I like to see nice faces. I'm King Blues. I'm not from here. I'm from Plainfield, New Jersey, but I live here, so I say that too. Next one. Yeah, it's like 20 minutes. But yeah, I do hip hop music, so I'm just gonna let you have your own interpretation of what you think it's gonna sound like. I'm just gave the phases. You know, some people get a little frown please when you say that. But yeah, that's it. Check. Oh yeah, that's good. That's perfect.
Right now.
Now, who likes hip hop in here before I start? Little show hands. Alright, cool. So you might like this. Turn the mic up a little bit more, and the song over too. I got it. King Blues and I'm the way prodigy. I know when I finish, my whole city gon' be proud of me. Always kept it real and never once been a fallacy. I'm from another galaxy. I never had to use no curse word to think casually to ever get my point across. If you did, you already lost in the track race, simply running without a cause. I suggest you take a pause. Relax when you stop telling lies on your track. When we stop acting big body winging on your back. Homie, get it, stop it, and try to play me. Homie, I ain't all rap. Wait, I ain't all rap, half rap. Got screws loose. Society try to break me. Now I break through. Meanwhile, all that ever got me going cuckoo. Got my daughter sitting on my side watching YouTube. Hope she never see me break out. Black out and go true. Eyes bloodshot, but still true. Cause all I wanna do is be a legend. All I wanna do is be a legend. I don't know about y'all. Everybody try to be first, but they don't know I'll never be second. I don't know about y'all. All I wanna do is be a legend. All I wanna do is be a legend. I don't know about y'all. Everybody trying to be first. I check, listen, focus. Coming up, I was labeled as nerdy and irrelevant. I grew up and it was evident. It was hitting on my pure intelligence. How my pivot shit had the eloquence and novel to see the problem if they forever jealous. I don't know who to call friend or foe. I done had friends switch up on me, treating me like I'm saying no, cause I'm gifted.
Showing some love, you guys. Miss Terry Reynolds on vocals.
Yeah.
is Shay Nice.
And what did you do for us tonight?
I did 2 originals. One was called Obsession, and the other one was called Calm Down, Don't Shoot. So you guys can see my work on SoundCloud. It's SHAY-NYC. That's how you find me. It's also Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm also on iTunes with a single called Spring Fling. And then I think that's it right now. Oh no, I'm lying. I'm sorry. My dad has like mixtapes called Picks of the Month. So my hit record actually, Roll Up, featuring Ayafaya, King Lord, and Adriana Miller is on there. So if you find me and you want to hear that song, just let me know. My name is Shay Nice, SHAY-NYCE.
All right, Shay Nice. Well, pleasure to meet you. You have a business card for me? All right, I'm going to take that. But thank you for coming out tonight. Pleasure to meet you. And you're very pretty. Nice hairstyle. You're welcome. She did. Kudos to your mom. Okay.
So I do written poetry. It's not like a spoken word, but it is. So I write all my poetry out. When I started writing poetry, I was like in my late 40s, so I wasn't memorizing nothing.
I understand that.
So I read tonight My Main Man. And the second one I did was The Place Where I Come From.
Okay, well, it was very, very good. Judy, how can people see your work?
Okay, so I do have an email address, and it is jpholmes49@gmail.com, and any requests that you may have, you may just email me.
Okay, and I want to thank you for coming out. We'll see you next time. Okay, Judy, take care. Bye-bye.
I go by the name of King Blues. I'm from Plainfield, New Jersey.
You're from New Jersey? What are you doing up here in New England?
Well, I just moved up here about like 4 years ago. I kind of just like the scenery, honestly, so I just came up here, and from there I just started making music, and I've enjoyed it since.
Okay, so what did you do for us tonight?
Well, just hip-hop music. It's a song that I call Legend. It's just off the idea of like, some people, they aspire to do music or just aspire to create things for popularity, but mine is I want to build a legacy. I want to have people to go back and look at it and say, this person made a difference. So that's what that song was about. It's called Legend. It's one of my singles on my newer EP.
Well, you did a couple of things tonight. So why don't you name those for us? Tell the viewers exactly what you did and what's the meaning?
Right, so like I said, the first one was Legend. The second one that I did, that was actually a conjunction piece. It was one song that I called, it doesn't really have a name. It's kind of like Drink a Little Something. That's what it was called. That's the first one. And then the other one's Main Thing. But I just used the band because I didn't have the beats on hand, but I found that it was, more interactive that way, so I blend them in often. But those songs, the one Drink a Little Something it has something, like basically it's just you want to be able to vibe with the person that you're around. So in whichever way you do, whether you drink or you indulge in different things, you just yourself with that person. The idea is to be yourself with that person. You're at your best time. And then the Main Thing portion is, as I said in the song, Main Thing, it's like there may be a lot of people that may find interest in you.
Okay.
There's always one person that takes your interest or catches your eye, so that other person may want to be that person for you. So in that song, the female, she's looking at me in that way, and before the song's over, it's mutual.
Okay, that's pretty powerful.
Okay, so my Instagram is KingBlues908. That's Blues with a Z. Somebody took the one with the S. I always have to let people know that. On Facebook, it's the same thing, King's Blues, not with the 908. You can find me anywhere with King Blues with the Z, and I'm everywhere. SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook.
Let's say that one more time, slowly.
It's slow. That's perfect. All right, so it's King Blues with a Z on Facebook and anywhere else. If you're trying to find me on Instagram, it's KingBlues908. And you'll just find me. My music is there. You'll see visual content, and I'm just loading more just about every week. So it'll
fantastic. Hello, my name is Paris Dobbins, and I am your host on the Good News Theater. Please join me every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as I bring to you people of our community who offers pro bono services you need to know about. I am proud to showcase these professionals on the Good News Theater. And don't forget, check out our YouTube channel where you can receive more interviews, more updates, and how you can become a guest on our show and or refer someone to become a guest. And one more thing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay, thank you, and we'll see you there.